So what I would suggest you is, there is no typical topic where you you'll say like, I go for campusing, and then they would ask if they would focus on some kind of thing. What they really want to see is, if I would have interviewed someone, what I would really see is, whatever he knows is good. Whatever he has studied its best. It's just not a surface level study. It has to be an in-depth study. It has to be a study that he or she has understood and can make me understand. So if that he can, if you can master one subject, you can master other subjects too. That's what I'm trying to say. Because that means you have an ability to cope up with more and more new topics, right? So it's not that the day one I joined Cognizant, I'm doing the same work in last day. It's not the same. I have to study more and more and more and more. You have to get updated. So why would someone just hire me when I switched from one company to another company? Why would someone just hire me? He doesn't know even my background. So he just asks me questions that what I have done in my past, and if I can answer him confidently that I have done this and I am confident about this, then he thinks, okay, if he is confident, whatever he does is good. He gives his best. So, and again, if you think about, I know this question comes, why this question, even I have faced this. IT is something, they have more market, they have more projects, they hire more people, right? That's what we always tend to go to IT. If you come to electronics and electrical or any other non-IT streams, the things that you have to master on is your 4th year project that you do. The 4th year project gives you, that means the 4th year project gives you few things. First is a teamwork. You know how to work in a team. Your ability to perform, right? How you do good, where you, what project you did, what was your contribution to that project. I think 4th year project gives you a lot of more kind of, you refresh whatever you have studied in last 3 years, and 4th year project gives you an opportunity to showcase your things. I think that is very important, whatever you do in your 4th year project or 4th year studies. And I'm sure in last 10 years, if something has not changed, TCS or TTS or any other companies do an aptitude test. And why do they do that? You are not taught this for last 4 years. You are being trained for 1 or 2 months for being prepared for an aptitude test, right? That's not a core thing. That's not a core thing in engineering. You just read about this for last 1 or 2 months, get it. So in aptitude test, what do they try to find out? They try to know how quickly this person can solve a problem, like this problem solving skills, right? So I think you have to get some kind of knowledge of every subject, but master 1 or 2, so that whenever an interviewer asks you what is your favorite subject, the one you tell your favorite subject has to be your strong point. You go, and I'm sure they would ask you questions on that, and if you can just confidently say that, you should be hired. That's what I feel about and what you need to read, what you need to study. Hope that helps, Simpy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other student you want to have some kind of questions for me? I have a lot to say. I can just speak whole night.
Prasenjit sir, I want to ask you one question. Like, out of curiosity, I'm asking. Like, I'm an ex-student of SMIT. I just want to ask, like, for example, if someone who is going for a job after BTech, what value it will add to him if he goes for an MTech and then after he looks for a job. For example, if a person who goes for a job after BTech and adds in 2 years of experience working in a corporate company, and a person who goes for an MTech and spends 2 years for the degree, so what value will it add to him?
Okay. So let me take it to two aspects. One is, once you completed your BTech, you are in a mind frame to, you're already in a phase of studying. Okay, you're in mindset to study, and you can continue that stretch for 2 years just to the fact that, okay, I have studied for 4 years, I can continue for 2 years. You have that zeal, and you have that continuation of studies, right? Continuation phase. That makes it easy for a BTech student to continue and pursue MTech. Once you are detached of that learning process, of that feeding your brain with lot of subjects and all, you have stopped. The 2 years makes you're getting salaries. You are doing your work which is not related to your studies anymore, which are related. I'm not saying they're not related, but you are doing it more in a practical way. The feeding technology in your mind stops. Okay, and after 2 years, when you go and do an MTech masters, you already again, there are two things. So if you go for an MTech, obviously that is going to benefit in your later life. You would get more opportunities because you have masters on something. The second thing, the bad aspect of it is because you have stopped learning process, and you have into and 2 years of gap of learning. That makes a bit of process hard to get back to that routine again, because you are used to getting salaries, and I'm not saying you won't get stipend or something. Stipend is not that much what you expect from when you do a job, right? So if you want to do an MTech, do it just after BTech. If you want to do that's a smooth path. But if you have to do, if you're thinking that, okay, I just don't want to continue with this my current job, I think I should do higher studies and be in a better position. You should always go ahead, because you already have a mindset to do it. That's why you thought of it, because you can do it. So I would say go ahead, and there is a benefit of it, because later in your life you would always have greater advantage of masters when you want to switch some jobs. When you have a master's degree, you get in my case, I would say I haven't done masters, but in my case I have seen people who have done masters and coming for a job interview, they are given more emphasis than someone who has done a bachelor's. But again, I'm saying, if you want to do I think Banisha, you said you're an ex-student, you're already working then, and if you want to do an MTech, you should do it.
Okay, my next question would be if someone, then should it be same for MBA if someone wants to go for MBA?
I think MBA is more of a management thing, right? So when it comes to management, you are, that means you're in a mindset that so MTech has advantages. So MTech, I would say MTech has more advantages than MBA, because what I feel is because when you do a master's in your core technology, you already have some background of it, you're already working on that technology already, right? That helps you doing your MTech. But if you're choosing if you're just saying, okay, I should just go for MBA. That's a route to go higher in the leadership, ladder of your my career path. You are moving more into a leadership thing, not going into a technical thing, right? And if I mean, that's a personal perspective of mine, and I have seen people having different opinions, but my personal thing is, the more you go be in technical, the more safe you are in any position. Once you go to a leadership thing, the first recession comes, you would be the first person to be cut off, because everyone doesn't just need a leader. Everyone needs a person who can work in the field, any field, IT, non-IT. He should be proficient in his field. I'm not saying that managers doesn't do anything. They have lot of role to play, but I'm saying just an advantages of MTech over MBA, where you are more into a core and you are getting more knowledge on your core than being trained to manage. That's my personal perspective.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Thanks.
Thank you, Manish, for agreeing. I got one person who agrees with me. Thank you. Any other person?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I want to ask, I polished myself in machine learning, and I already placed in a company, DXC Technology. So I got the news that companies are placing us as per their requirement. Means they can put me in web development. Okay, and how to tackle this kind of situation? Means this is totally out of track for me. You get my question?
Come again.
I polished myself in machine learning.
You are a CSE student, IT student?
Yes.
Okay.
And that company placed me for web development. Okay, which is totally out of track for me. Then what to do? How to tackle this kind of situation?
Okay. I think I got it. Are you do you have a choice, or you don't have a choice of not going to the web development?
Currently,
I mean, if you say,
I think I don't have.
Go ahead. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, because this
Okay.
is my first job.
Okay. So, and then you also don't want to lose the job, because I know you already have a job and you don't want to lose the job, and you are forced to go for the web development. So, and you have polished yourself in machine learning. That's a very good thing, and that's a market demand now. Machine learning, that's a very good thing. Don't stop practicing machine learning. Keep it in the side. But web development is also getting a boost nowadays, and I've seen a lot of in job market. I'm saying in job market, at least in US, I can talk about it. There's a lot of demand of front-end developers, web developers, and web developer doesn't mean that you have to be a front-end. It can be a back-end and a full-stack developer, right? You have to be a full-stack developer nowadays. You cannot be just a front-end or a back-end developer. If you don't have a choice, was it Anupam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anupam. So if you don't have a choice, I think web development is another aspect of your whatever you learn machine learning, don't stop like experimenting with machine learning. Do it in your if you are not given a chance, do it in your personal errands. But if there is no choice, I think you should go for web development for sure, because that has a demand. And make sure when you are doing when you are asked to do web development, if it is a backend, try to do the backend first. Don't just say okay, because one person cannot do a whole thing. Be proficient in one and then jump to whatever the other end is. If you are a front end, you should go for back end. If it's a back end, go for front end. So I think you should go ahead. I think that's not a problem. Having a job and being asked to do something else from your comfortable zone is something you should go ahead now.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Web development is, I just give the example of it because it's one of the thing I don't know yet.
And they will teach you, right? They won't just make you fall in place without training, right?
I give the example of it. Means web development is.
I mean, whatever they make you do, they would obviously give some kind of training to you, right? They just cannot ask you the first day that just do this. They will give some kind of training, whatever. Okay, now I took the web development example because that is in market now. Everybody wants. But if they just ask, if they ask you to do some database kind of things, that is also a good part. That also has demand. SQL developers, and if you are being asked to do some kind of OS level designs, I think you should also go for it. It's rather, I mean, I think okay, Anupam, I believe because you are comfortable in machine learning, you are kind of pulling yourself back to go for a new thing. I think you have a thing. Okay, I am comfortable in this, and why are they making me to do something else? So that is something would always come in your front. In your future career, you would be asked to do something which you're not comfortable. And I am facing these situations, like in last 2 or 3 months, people have been asking for doing things which I have never done before. Maybe it's a simple Excel code, or making a PPT, or kind of doing some kind of junk things they are expecting me to do, which I don't like to do. But you would come across situations we have to do some things. But again, I would say, don't ever make your machine learning thing go like in a rust bag. Make it polished, because I think you are not been in a practical. You have learned it self, or I don't know, but you have not been in a place in a practical field now. So keep it polished, but do whatever being asked to do in current situation.
Okay, sir. Okay. I think this kind of scenario makes us flexible for any kind of market.
Right, and you have to be flexible. Once you go out of your college, you have to be flexible for anything. I mean, I can talk about IT a lot. I'm sorry if I cannot talk about EC, but I think the main philosophy remains same. If something is given to you which you are not liking, doesn't mean it is bad. It can be a helpful tool, or a helpful kind of an application, and helpful thing to do in your future also. So I think you should always take any kind of challenges being made to you, even if you don't like it.
Okay. Thank you,
Anupam. Thank you. It was a good question. Thank you, Anupam. Okay. Okay, it's 1 hour. I can talk whole night, but if this BM sir thinks it's over 1 hour and we should stop, I can also stop.
Okay, if student
Any question, any doubt, they can ask for 10 minutes
Sir, I can ask.
if they think so.
Sir, I want to ask.
So, if you have doubt, clear it.
Hello.
Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
yeah.
Sir, my name is Arun Sav and I am from Electrical Department, second year, fourth sem. Sir, I want to ask, I am not doing 4-year BTech degree. I am doing 3-year BTech degree because I am a lateral student. I am a diploma pass. So, I want to ask you, sir, so what is the advantage of 4-year regular BTech degree and a 3-year regular BTech degree? Or there is some difference in the 4-year and 3 years BTech. So, and what is the effect we will shown in the placement, or what is the company's requirement 4-year freshers or 3-year lateral students? And if I go in higher study in future, so what's the company need and what is the company requirement from the students?
Okay, Lalan.
Yes.
So, if you're thinking of something on a company or organization perspective, what they require from, you can mute yourself. Lalan. Thank you. If you want to, if you think that there's a difference between 3 year and 4 years, obviously there might be difference of some kind of subjects that you don't have in just 1 year, but I don't think it matters the most. It does matter anything for any company, whether you did a 3-year BTech or a 4-year BTech. It matters to them how good you are in whatever you have studied. I've already mentioned it earlier when I was answering same P, that whatever you do it on your best. Give it your best. Don't think that I am doing 3-year or a 4-year makes a difference. Whatever a company needs is something who is confident on whatever he is doing. Okay. When you say what companies need, I'd say that they require a degree because that gives companies a kind of a satisfaction that this person has completed his degree. That means he has done it well, he has studied the subjects, and that's what I require from this person. Okay. I don't think there is a huge difference between a 3 years and a 4 years from a company's perspective.
Okay, sir. And second thing is that I'm doing a 3-year diploma in electrical engineering. So, what will I get advantage in future after the completion of my BTech degrees?
You're doing your 3-year diploma
Yeah.
now.
No, I passed.
Okay. And then you are doing a 3-year BTech.
So, what I get advantage over the 4-year regular BTech?
I don't think I have an answer to it. I really don't have much knowledge on what would happen if you have done a 3-year diploma or a 3-year BTech. But I'm sorry, I really don't have that knowledge about what would that impact.
Okay, sir. And next question is, suppose that my friends.
So, Lalan, you're breaking.
And I'm also like a uh, PLC, SCADA, and something like that. So what I get advantage in a placement?
We lost you in the beginning. Can you repeat that?
Suppose that, sir, my friends doing simply BTech. We have not any extra knowledge of PLC, SCADA. I'm doing a course like PLC, SCADA with my BTech also. So what I get more opportunity, or what I get advantage in a placement?
I think I'm not getting your point, Lalan. What do you mean by?
Sir, what is the extra advantage of extra courses? Except BTech.
Yeah, I said I actually don't have an idea about what that would impact, because I don't know what subjects do you read in diploma, and what is it something extra in BTech that you study, or the same subjects do you study?
Same subject I have studied, but in depth.
Okay.
But
in depth. Okay. But in depth. So basically, once you have done a BTech, and you say I have done a diploma. So a person or a company needs to know what a diploma or a BTech degree means, right? So a company would know. That means you have done your diploma and you were not satisfied with it, and you went for a BTech. That means you have more depth knowledge, and that obviously makes you in terms of, I mean, in your perspective, you are already more in depth, because you maybe have studied these few things more, like elaborately, in like 6 years now, right? So you have an advantage when a company knows about its effects, what you did in diploma and BTech. I think it's an advantage if a person knows, who is recruiting you, what a diploma and a BTech degree means. I think if you can actually, when you go for an interview, if you can just let them know, I mean, why you did a BTech, and I think the main reason of doing a BTech is just not for a degree. You wanted to know a subject more in detail, so you have in-depth knowledge. So when you go to recruiter or someone, you just you tell them why you did a BTech and what makes you feel different from others. I mean, I think you know the difference, what you have learned in diploma and BTech. So, and then you know what to say when you have an in-depth knowledge. I think just explain them what you have learned.
Yes, sir, I really realized that diploma was a lively introduction about machine chapter and what I read, but BTech is in the which I am learning.
Okay. So I think after BTech, I think you would be in the same page like others. I'm really, I don't want to comment on that, but I feel that it's like more often the same thing that you do. You would be in the same page with like others.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Arijit Acharya. Yeah.
Sir. Sir, I am a second year EC student, and I have a question. My question is that how should an engineering student study? I mean, we especially engineers have to gather a lot of knowledge in different topics or things, and also have to gain well communication and managing skills also. So how to utilize this 4th year that I can learn all the necessary topic that I can help in my future career, you can say.
Okay, good. So Arijit, you are in second year EC. So
Yes,
you
sir.
want to understand how you can equip yourself with more knowledge, just not apart from what you are learning from BTech, to be in a comfortable position when you are out of BTech, right? like in communication wise and other like soft skills wise, I guess you're asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I I feel we are actually moving out of the topic a bit, but that's good. It's good because we are not thinking of the pandemic anymore, right? The topic was what are the effects of pandemic in our life, and now we are talking about how we can do our life better without bringing the pandemic in, which is a very good thing that we are not thinking of the pandemic. And I really wanted to. I have few agendas, but that's good that I'm not talking about it. I was just about to speak that don't think about the pandemic, do whatever you're doing in regular class, but in a different way. That's what I was thinking of speaking. But good thing is you all guys are not talking about pandemic. That's good. So anyways, so coming to soft skills, I think SMIT has some kind of sessions where you are being trained. A lot of aptitude tests are being done, mock interviews are done. If you really want to gather more of your soft skills thing, I think you should do more of a teamwork, because you are not in isolation when you are out of the engineering college, right? You are in a position you have to do a teamwork. So I had a suggestion. I was thinking of a suggestion to give everyone was during this pandemic situation. I'm bringing it in. I'm sorry, but let's say everyone doing is an online class. Let's do a group thinking, kind of collaborate. Think of something that you want. Make a five-person group. Okay, make a 5-person group, and then think about a topic you want to talk about. Let's say anything. How can a tea stall wala, how can a chai wala can make more money the way he is now? Talk about it. Make some ideas. Bring some ideas. 5 different ideas. That person will bring 5 different ideas. Talk about it. Utilize that online thing. Meet in WhatsApp or something. Every 2 days. Talk about in some ideas or innovative things that 5 people can talk about. Okay, and do it repeatedly. And then or what you can do is take a topic of your subject. Instead you're in electrical, take a topic or a chapter of your subject. Give a challenge to kind of take challenge all the 5 of you. Okay, আজকে আমাকে এটা কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, তোকে ওটা কমপ্লিট করতে হবে। এই 5 দিনের পর তুই আমাকে একটা কোশ্চেন করবি, आई विल आस्क यू ए क्वेश्चन, यू आस्क मी ए क्वेश्चन, तुम मुझे ये सब क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे, देखते हैं कौन कितना अच्छा करता है। तो व्हाट यू डू, चैलेंज ईच अदर, गेट टू ए टॉपिक, रीड इट वेल, and then I think that would be a kind of interesting sessions. And you also you just don't get isolated, pandemic है मैं बैठा रहूंगा कहीं बाहर नहीं निकलूंगा, ऐसा नहीं है। यू गेट इंटरेस्ट, पता नहीं वो मुझे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, सो दैट मीन्स यू लर्न मोर। ओके, आई मीन डू सम काइंड ऑफ सेशंस लाइक दिस, सो you enjoy learning. Okay, and do that in English, because English I won't say I'll say English is must nowadays. That's what I'm saying. Do it in English. Speak everything in English. Write short essays, write short stories on whatever you're seeing in day-to-day life. And I think talk more with your friends about topics of your subject. So you have interest in your subject, and also you're talking in English, so you have your soft skills developed too. And one more thing, if you are criticizing, okay, let's in the session someone talks in English and he can be grammatically mistaken, right? Criticize him. I would say criticize him. नहीं तूने ये गलत बोला है, तो you are wrong. Even if he is angry, make him realize he is doing it wrong. Okay, if you are correct, make him realize that he is doing it wrong. That way friends में criticism चलता है, right? and then that person also knows, okay, I'm wrong, I'll mend myself. And that is what I think is lacking a lot. When I was a student, I didn't get more kind of a team thinking. It's more of a secluded thinking. The reason is I was jealous of that person, or he was jealous of me, or something. So, and what I felt when I was in situation in like after BTech, I was like, I have to do this. I need some help. There was no one to help me because I don't interact. Nothing. So you have to be more of a team thinking. Okay, that's the thing I was saying. That project in 4th year is very important. That makes you build up a team. Okay. Now, Arijit, I think it take help from our placement officers of SMIT, and I think they would guide you of how to inculcate more soft skills. But at the same time, you I mean, if you can do, if you think that's a good suggestion, you can try out what I said. Do it yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That was a nice suggestion.
Thank you. I had a story. I'm sorry. Yeah, sir.
Talk. Continue.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, it is getting more.
I think you want to say something.
Yeah. I mean, as it becomes more interactive, I think of talking it more. But yeah, but okay. I actually had a story to tell. I mean, kind of a motivational story that I thought would be good for the situation, but it's okay.
So thank you, Prosenjit, for nice talk and giving us your valuable time.
No problem.
Okay, and hope we'll get you in future if we need. Okay,
Sure.
and you always remain in our heart. Okay, so we all very glad to have you like student. So
Thank you.
now I want to mention one thing to our current students, that our placement team is with us also. So this is most important thing, and I thank them. I think Kaushik Das is here with us, so he is also welcome to this seminar. Now finally, I thank all of you, all the participants, all the faculty members, for giving us your valuable time. And now I request I request our respected principal sir to conclude the session. Sir, are you here?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So I will request you conclude the session.
Yeah, actually, it's a wonderful sessions come to the end, and thank you, Prashanjit. You are given a valuable suggestions, and it's motivate our students and present students, because as you are the senior, you have the you are the alumni now, so you are the part of our family also. So basically, from the pageant students, you are get good guidance from Prashanjit. And whatever you say, if I'm saying that 1 and 2 lines, so you work hard, you prepare hard, so you will be get the success, no issues for that. That is the one line, so whatever I can conclude, and you prepare yourself in such a way that you will be get the success. Thank you all, the faculty members, senior faculty members, and our beloved students, and Prosenjit, our HOD, BM sir, everyone. Thank you to all. Thank you to join with us. And it is a first webinar in SMIT. It's a very wonderful, and I thanks to Prosenjit once again for your valuable time. Now you are about, I think, 1 o'clock in night, midnight, you can say. So
It's two now.
now, wow, very good. So he given a good time with us. Thanks to Lord. Thanks.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
So thank you once again to all of you, and now we are going to close the session. Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. It was a great session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prosenjit.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Prosenjit.
Thank you.